Welcome back to the Express in Port Coquitlam. Weddings, anniversaries, graduations, Valentine's Day. We all want a little extra sparkle, or sometimes a lot. On today's West Coast Style, we're getting to know a local Vancouver designer who's becoming a big name when it comes to bling.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style is brought to you by Pacific Center.
The West Coast is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and I'm on the hunt to make sure that the people here look just as good as where they live. I'm Mona Mansour, and I'm a lifestyle journalist searching for the most cutting-edge fashion and beauty hotspots, deals, and tips, all in our own backyard. I'll do the shopping so you don't have to. This is West Coast Style.
Mix old Hollywood glamour, a lot of sparkle, and a bit of red carpet couture, and you have a signature Elsa Corsi jewelry piece. On today's local designer spotlight on West Coast Style, we're stepping into the elegant world of this Vancouver-based designer to see why celebrities, fashion editors, and brides-to-be just can't get enough of her signature one-of-a-kind pieces.
The Elsa Corsi brand is for the woman who wants to get noticed in the room. She always has the best earrings and bracelet, and everyone wants to talk to her because she looks so good.
Elsa Corsi began designing jewelry in 1999 with a small sampling of what started out as rhinestone belts, headbands, and anklets. But before long, U.S. retailers like Fred Segal, Kitson, and the Bellagio Hotel in Vegas started calling. And before long, her line was available in 60 U.S. retailers, and the rest was history. A lot of fashion designers, they've always kind of made jewelry for themselves. Was that kind of a person that you would describe yourself growing up?
I wouldn't say that I made things by myself, but I mean, I did have an eye for things I liked that were different.
Right.
And my mom was, at the time, was in the fashion business. I did always grow up around it.
What is the first thing that you do when you want to assemble a piece?
We put all the crystals out on the design table, and they start to tell the story.
Right.
You know, we play with the shapes, and it just sort of transforms itself.
Elsa, a lot of celebrities have been wearing your pieces on the red carpet or for special events. What's your most favorite memory of a celebrity wearing your piece?
Cindy Crawford. Meeting her at the Omega party at the Olympics was pretty nice. She had a beautiful red and white Inukshuk pin that I had made her out of Swarovski crystal, and she just loved it.
Celebrities aren't the only ones loving Elsa Corsi's designs. Brides-to-be can't get enough of Elsa's pieces, and now providing them glamour on their big day is what she's most famous for.
What made you want to put more of the focus of your business on bridal?
Well, in 2006, to celebrate my own wedding, I decided to create myself some beautiful pieces. So the first pieces that we did was this earring here.
Oh, wow.
Which is called the wedding earring. And then this headpiece here, which is called the wedding comb again.
Elsa's bridal collection has come a long way from those first two designs. Now it's all about increasing the wow factor, and she's proud to create it right at home.
I love being a Canadian designer, and especially from Vancouver. And I'm so proud that everything is made locally, even though my jewelry is available in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and across Canada. One of our favorite pieces this season is the convertible hair comb. So what it is we were looking for a way that brides could wear something again after their wedding day. The brooch just slides off, and then after the wedding, you're just left with a great piece.
This piece right here, it really reminds me of something like Marilyn Monroe would wear, you know?
This is definitely a piece that was inspired to me by a vintage look. This is one of our other favorite earrings. We call it the J-Lo. It was inspired by J-Lo, the year she wore that beautiful, gorgeous sari with Ben Affleck to the Oscars.
The mint green dress.
The mint green dress.
As Vancouver's fashion credibility grows globally, Elsa Corsi will definitely be a name that's synonymous with that evolution.
Vancouver's considered a Hollywood North, so I'm really excited about bringing a piece of glamour to our city. A lot of people, they say that they always go shopping to Seattle, to Las Vegas, to California, New York. I'd like it to be that they don't have to go out of our great city to find great pieces.
Great pieces from another great local designer. I'm Mona Mansour for West Coast Style.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style has been brought to you by Pacific Center.
You can find Elsa Corsi's spring line at Vancouver's Juliet Jewelry or online at elsacorsi.com. And who knows, maybe you'll find it in today's Wedding Bells feature. After 10 years of marriage and a wedding that didn't include two of the couple's parents, the Bells friends Aaron and Melissa are saying I do again on the rooftop of Chateau Whistler.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day. Vow renewals are very Hollywood. Posh and Bags, Heidi and Seal. And these fairy godmothers added one more couple to the list, Melissa and Aaron.
Gina Marie Makeup beautified our bride, something she didn't get to experience at our actual wedding in Vegas.
I picked package B. My options were, did I want white flowers or red? Even writing our vows, I never picked what we said.
We did our 15-minute thing, and then there was a couple right after us. It was kind of like an assembly line.
So my dad never got to walk me down the aisle the first time because he wasn't there. I did not inform him that it was happening so I could avoid a mass confrontation between, Mom and whatever.
How did Dad feel?
I was sad. I thought I'd missed my shot with my little girl unless Aaron didn't work out, but he was working out pretty good.
You didn't miss your chance today, Dad.
Jennifer Tice at the Whistler Chateau Fairmont provided the backdrop for our modern-day fairy tale.
We've got this great rooftop wedding chapel that we're looking at here today. We have a private dining room venue that can hold up to 22 guests at a beautiful long table if it is a more intimate wedding.
Nice to meet you.
The amazing decor was provided by Spread Love Events, who put these fairy godmothers to work.
As Melissa and Aaron have been married 10 years, the theme was Grows Love.
Aubrey, it's Love Grows.
And I got to be a roadie for musician Colin Bullock. Everything was set.
Nothing's gonna stop this.
First came Olivia, Wyatt, and Wesley, their 3 adorable children.
We were standing ready to walk down, and he turns and looks at me and he goes, "You look beautiful." And you gotta know, he's not a mucky guy.
I was the first person to hold her the day she was born. I remember holding her in my arms, looking at her, thinking, wow.
It's just like a rite of passage to have your dad walk you down the aisle.
I kind of got to give her away today, but it's incredible. It's like you finish the circle.
'Cause I'm writing this song for you.
The promise is made in a starry-eyed moment in Las Vegas. I'll become the firm foundation for your lives together.
In the presence of friends and family, I want to make promises to you again.
You have amazing faith, and you are giving and compassionate, and you could belt out a chorus of Guns N' Roses better than anyone I know.
During the ceremony, there wasn't a dry eye in the house.
Maybe one.
You're able to say things now that you know, not that you hope.
What they're saying is real. They've been living it.
We are strong together.
You are my heart.
I promise to love you young, middle-aged, and old.
The cake by Buttercream Couture was delish. And Rebecca Amber collected the memories, and we started the dancing. And how did our newest celebrity couple feel?
It's gonna be the one I remember probably out of both.
I never thought we would do any of the vows, but it's been great.
The Fairmont's private dining room was bursting with laughter and love, and these 2 fairy godmothers felt pretty proud. Melissa also told us,
I got to go to Isabel's bridal. It was probably the most fun day I've ever had. I can't say that's the best part, wearing the dress, but that was the best part, wearing the dress.
No worries, Melissa. We all know what you mean.
Go team!
For Shaw TV, we're the Wedding Bells.
That was such a sweet story. And with Valentine's Day fast approaching, I bet there'll be a lot more vow renewals and new engagements. So do you have a romantic story you'd like to share? Talk to us on Twitter, The Express Van. And stick around because we've got these fast talkers coming up.
Ready, set, go!
Rare Investment, The Good Life. Comedian Patrick Maliha.
It's the choice I make to spend the time I do with my children, and I wouldn't give it up for anything in the world. Except for more money.
Take a look at her feed, make sure she doesn't have any fungus or...
Broadshaw Community College's Higher Learning. Spa Specialties.
You actually do have to fully go in just like that.
The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Welcome back to The Express in Poco. His act has been described as Ray Romano meets a 21st century Don Rickles, but not by me. Although my description of him has definitely changed after spending the day with entertainer Patrick Maliha on today's Rare Investment, The Good Life. As you'll see, he's a whole lot more than a one-liner.
Rare Investment, The Good Life is brought to you by Rare Investment Online at rareinvestment.com.
The Good Life. It's not all champagne and caviar.
Johanna Ward has your insider's look at the influential.
And we're learning their secrets to the good life.
The only two things in this world are loud.
It's like being in the movie Twilight. You want to know who's the alpha male? Booyah.
Meet award-winning comedian Patrick Maliha. He holds the world record for the most impressions in 1 minute.
Side Hall of Famer. Why is this the one thing? What's the... Yeah.
He's headlined comedy shows all over North America.
Do you hear a voice of some sort?
He's been telling jokes for 20 years.
I am certain that I am hearing a British voice or something somewhere.
And he apparently hasn't heard of not breaking the fourth wall.
Maybe the meds have worn off and the voices are back in my head or something like that.
Maybe. Patrick Maliha. The guy's crazy.
That's Patrick!
He's pretty funny, though. Actually, he's really funny. So let's go with kooky to describe him.
Yes, Twinkles, we're gonna make some toast! Spare time, I love spending time with my kids.
Pretty full house here. What? Hutton's 3, Sadie's 1.5 years, and then
Yes.
Twinkles is how old?
Twinkles is 10 weeks.
Wow.
10 weeks old, yes. Toddlers and a puppy.
He is such a good dad. And it's especially funny because his comedy, you know, is a little bit racy. Not exactly family friendly.
This is how I get my exercise. I play the running game. I find the time to exercise as well, but I incorporate my children.
Ready, set, go!
And then I go, who wants to do some pull-ups? And then it goes like, It's the choice I make to spend the time I do with my children, and I wouldn't give it up for anything in the world. Except for more money.
Next up, without the kiddies, a place where this comedian reveals he's a kid at heart.
Let me give you a little nerd tour, if you will.
Tour, yeah.
There's action with Superman, Animal Man, Swamp Thing as well, which I love.
Okay.
I love to read. I love reading comic books because I'm an intellectual.
Yeah, I'd never been in a comic book store before. Maybe I should be shopping here. They have Charmed and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So this is where I come and I spend my disposable income as opposed to investing it into GICs or an education fund for my children.
You invested into G.I. Joes.
That's right. After I saw Johanna tell some jokes, the first thing that I thought to myself was, I wonder if she can sing.
Johanna's jokes may fall flat with this stand-up comedian, but it's not enough to leave her at the curb.
I was like, do we take the SUV? Do we take the family car? Or do we take the Dodge? The sweet Dodge.
Mm-hmm. It is pretty sweet.
The Pimpmobile.
Oh, goodness.
Right now.
As Johanna next found out, Patrick's jokes may not be clean, but he likes his car to be.
I got myself a beautiful lady, beautiful car.
He's just such a cool dude, like totally rides in style.
One last stop before they ride off into the sunset. Vancouver funny guy and foodie shows Johanna his version of fine dining.
You want some? It's negative calories.
Have you ever seen the guy eat?
The more you eat, the more you throw up. Stay so slim.
There are no words. I heard that Fatty's your nickname. How come?
Because I eat stuff like this all the time.
Do you feed your kids hot dogs?
Can't talk. Eating.
And with that, family time, fantasy, and fast food fuel. This off-the-wall entertainer keeps us laughing, along with the good life.
Rare Investment, The Good Life, has been brought to you by Rare Investment at rareinvestment.com.
You can follow Patrick on Twitter at PattyFatty. See, that wasn't even a joke. He's also the MC of a new variety show, The Fray on Fraser, that happens on Tuesday nights. It's free, it's funny, and don't worry, even if you see me there, I won't be telling any jokes. Clearly not a career change for me. But what about for Melanie Panetta? Today we find her on the other side of a mani-pedi with Sprott Shaw Community College's Higher Learning.
Sprott Shaw Community College's Higher Learning is brought to you by Sprott Shaw Community College at sprottshaw.com.
Normally the spa is a sanctuary for relaxation, but today I don't get to relax. I get a look at what it's like to be an absolute spa esthetician.
Melanie's task today to see if she has what it takes to work at one of Vancouver's best spas.
My name is Sally Sue, and I've been an esthetician at the Absolute Spa for 5.5 years.
I'm a true girly girl. I love nails and hair and going to the spa and feeling great after. I do not think it's going to be relaxing working at the spa.
The great goal of being an esthetician is to make sure that the client's having a great time and just to relax.
Her first task? The manicure.
I do not have a steady hand. I might paint outside the lines.
Take a look at her hands and just take a look at her fingernails.
A little uneven, so maybe we'll even them out.
If you could just keep them on the shorter side.
You never want to seesaw back and forth because that can cause breakage on the nails.
Okay. I actually think I made it look worse. Ooh. Oh, that one's a little sensitive. Sorry. Uh-oh. I'll do better on the next one. I don't know if anyone at Absolute Spa knows this yet, but you know some people have a foot fetish? I actually think I have a foot phobia.
So you want to put on gloves so that if they have any fungus.
Toe fungus?
Ugh. Or if your guest's toenail is actually lifting or if there's debris coming out, you do smell the debris. It's not very pleasant. Ugh. Take a look at her feet, make sure she doesn't have any fungus or whatnot around the foot. You actually do have to fully go in just like that. Now we're using these nail clippers. I'm sure you've used them before. Everyone has different sized toenails and nails and whatnot. So
even the word toenail.
Can't get back and forth. A lot of people don't know that they're actually ticklish until they come in to do a pedicure. She is actually doing quite well in the pedicure. I'm actually quite surprised. I didn't even expect her to touch the feet at all.
So my feet phobia continues.
With the pedicure proving to be a bit of a challenge, Melanie tries her hand at a relaxation massage.
So we're going to start with a full body massage. We're going to...
pretty tattoo. How do you like the pressure?
Maybe a little deeper.
Our guest seemed relaxed, I think.
Melanie's actually doing kind of windshield movements, but what she wants to do or needs to do is do full body movements, long, big strokes.
So with the manicure, pedicure, and massage complete, can this spa goer make it as an esthetician?
So, Sally, would you hire or would you fire me?
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to fire you.
Really?
Yes. I fired Melanie because she's better as a customer than an actual esthetician. Melanie's definitely been really willing to learn, so maybe in the future we'll hire her.
Just a little off the top, please. Thanks. When it comes to spa treatments, I prefer getting them than giving them.
Spradshaw Community College's Higher Learning has been brought to you by Spradshaw Community College at spradshaw.com.
Oh, poor Melanie, fired 2 weeks in a row. Well, hopefully next week she'll get back on the hiring train, not the chopping block, when she tries out life as a butcher. But since life can't be all work and no play, we've got you covered. Here's your spotlight on community events.
The Vancouver Theatre Sports League presents Vancouver's most ruthless, daring, and competitive improv. St. Valentine's Day Massacre pits world-class improv teams from across the continent. It seems quite fitting that the day after Valentine's Day is dedicated not only to the love of our country, but also our national symbol. On February 15th, display your flag, wear our red and white colors, and celebrate unity and pride on Canada's Flag Day. Susan Jacks, a well-known Canadian singer-songwriter, will host and perform in a benefit concert to promote organ donation in Victoria.
Also, the Chutzpah Festival starts on February 11th. We're going to leave you with a preview. Thanks for watching The Express, only on Shaw TV.